Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 29th of January going through until Sunday the 4th of February 2024. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and it's amazing to me that we're already in the second month of the new year here. That's gone so quickly. So thanks for joining me for this weekly horoscope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each day of the week to see how the planets interact. And the point of these horoscopes is to try and get an idea of what energy is coming up in the next week, so that you can make the most of the positive things that are accessible to you and avoid some of the potential problems. Once I've done that, I'm going to go through each sign of the zodiac from Aries to Pisces to give you and your specific star sign an idea of where this area is going to show up in your life, or what areas are kind of highlighted for you specifically. Okay, so when I was writing this horoscope, what really struck me is that this is a week that feels very straightforward and simple and positive and kind of wholesome even. And there were two archetypes that popped out at me. If we're looking at Monday to Friday, it's really the persona of the office worker, like the ideal employee, productive, positive, effective, organized, punctual, all of those things. And then Saturday and Sunday are very much about love and romance and your personal life. So it seems very strong in terms of the archetypes and the type of energy that's coming through. All of it is very much about, I can do this, I'm going to apply myself, I'm going to use my energy in a constructive way. But the good thing and the interesting thing about this week is that you then actually get something in return for all of that positivity and diligence and hard work. Okay, so Monday the 29th of January, we've got the moon in Virgo. So that's a nice kind of indicator of what this week is going to look like, or at least the way it starts. The moon is the way you feel in Virgo. It really appreciates a sense of order and structure and being organized and feeling like I'm on top of things. It opposes Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the water planet of dreams and intuition. So the moon is going to say, do you know what, it's all very well to dream and to be creative, but right now I just want to organize my suitcase and make sure that I pack everything in nicely. It's more focused on the real world, the physical, the stuff that you can touch and feel, and then organize and structure. And the moon also trines Mars in Capricorn, which is really your willpower, and it's very focused on getting things done here in this placement. Uranus in Taurus, and it also trines Mercury in Capricorn. So there's a sense that I understand things on a practical level. I feel like I have control over the different areas of my life, that I'm on top of things, that I'm keeping different plates spinning, and there's no sense of overwhelm. There's a sense of I can organize this even more and be even more effective. So you really start the week with 2 feet firmly planted on the ground. But more than that, there's a sense of if I get hands-on, I can change and adapt everything and anything because I want it to be that way. There's no assumption here that things are outside of your control. Mars in Capricorn also trines Uranus in Taurus, and that's even more interesting because you have this positive experience in the sense that if I apply myself, I can get things to look the way I want them to be. But also, if there are things that are unexpected or chaotic that you need to deal with, it even deals with that in a constructive way. As in, okay, this is a blip, or this is an upheaval that we weren't expecting. Let's look at this and see how we can solve the problem or work through it or sidestep it or whatever it may be. So on Monday, there's really no shaking you. You're super strong, you're confident, you're practical, you have know-how. And I would say then on Monday overall, you're in kind of practical, tidy up mode. So anything that needs sorting out on Monday, your bedroom, your work events calendar, your eating habits, apply yourself to anything that you can structure and organize. That's really where you're massively supported on Monday. And that's, if you extend that a little bit, if you're the kind of person who likes to make their meals on Sunday, for the entire week to take into the office, or you like to know what's happening in the week ahead to get a feel for where you're at, Monday is really that type of day where you can take stock of things, get your bearings, and realize I'm actually in a really good spot here. You're also able to work through red tape or obstacles incredibly well. So put pressure on anything that needs a big push in order to get moving again. Anything that's kind of stalled in your life, focus on that and sort out the problems and get things rolling. So it's very strong, very can-do kind of start to the week. On Tuesday, the 30th of January, we've got the moon going into Libra at 4 minutes past 9. So that changes the energy in the sense that you're not only focused on getting things done and organized, you're now interested in the people around you. The Libra moon then squares Venus in Capricorn, so still very much about I can get things started, I can get things organized, I can create, but I also want to see what I can create and build in an abstract sense between me and other people. So again, relationships start to come into the picture, but that doesn't mean the practical kind of working organizational ability goes away. It doesn't. The Libra moon then trines Pluto in Aquarius and the Sun in Aquarius, and it quincunxes Saturn in Pisces and Jupiter in Taurus. So we've got a huge willingness for change coming in, and a capacity to consider new ideas and to teach and to do things for others. And it gives you a sense that this is what I'm meant to do right now, and this is where good luck is going to come from, not by rolling up my sleeves and doing all the heavy lifting myself. It's just as useful and as necessary for me to connect with other people, to have conversations, to express how I feel. And that belief is on point. So on Tuesday, really change gears a little bit, where you're not just getting things done and knocking them out of the way, but you're connecting with people in your life, particularly people you care about, because new ideas will come from that. And there's a sense of opportunity within conversations which on the surface may look very mundane or everyday. So on Tuesday, the headstrong willfulness of Monday disappears, and it's replaced by a bigger focus on those around you. So it's a good thing to lean into this, as it doesn't just benefit everyone involved, because people feel good by having nice conversations. So they're not just going to benefit on a personal level, but these conversations can lead to opportunities in business or in income or your practical circumstances. There's something that is revealed via your connection with other people. And also, if you don't have the luxury of being around others, solutions to problems also appear easily. So it's about having a dialogue with something, either a person or, a page of code. If you apply yourself to it and you have a back and forth with it, something good is revealed and comes from that interaction. On Wednesday, the 31st of January, last day of the first month of this new year, we've got the Libra moon opposing Chiron in Aries. So that's very strong. It's kind of like, I'm not as important as those around me, which is very generous and magnanimous and caring, but it's not always appropriate. If you're in a difficult spot and you have to get yourself out of it, you can't really think that way. So it's very much about relationships. So on the plus side, if there's anything going on for you in relationships, or you need to create new ones, or you're meeting the in-laws, or you're doing a job interview and you're trying to make a good impression, Wednesday is good for all of that. The Libra moon then squares Mars in Capricorn, so there's a real sense of ambition still and practicality, as in I can get things done. But now on Wednesday, you're blending that practicality with charm and consideration of others. It trines the Sun in Aquarius, and it quincunxes Uranus in Taurus. So that then extends, and I feel that on Wednesday, if you work with other people on a group project as a team, and you're able to have a discussion and brainstorm a little bit, I think something magical can appear out of that. Overall, on Wednesday the 31st, the relationship over self is the mantra. So just look at that objectively, as in when is that appropriate and when isn't it. You are very people oriented, so try and make the most of that depending on your personal situation. Like if you have the whole day off and you can just relax, then call up friends and do something fun together. But if you're really swamped, but you notice that at work, for instance, but you notice that people are really willing to help, then make a few phone calls and say, hey, can you do this for me? I've got a lot on. Yeah. So on Wednesday, making connections with other people is a really good idea, because a lot of positive circumstances can arise from your proximity to others. So it's interesting because both on Tuesday and Wednesday, something is revealed from your interaction with other people from within that dynamic of it's me and them. 2 equals the new idea that then arises. Thursday, the 1st of February, so the first day of the new month, I always pay attention to endings or beginnings because I think it's kind of symbolic. We have the Libra moon, so still in Libra, still my relationships, creative, expressing yourself in a way that's palatable and even attractive to other people, which I haven't really mentioned, but even Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday you do come across very nicely. You do get people to listen, and they want to spend a few extra seconds with you rather than a few fewer seconds with you, right? So the Libra moon on Thursday, it squares Mercury in Capricorn. So yes, I am practical and I can work, but I also want to connect with those in my life and have sort of personal time. And it quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. So that then can mean that if you're an artist or a writer, you can express yourself beautifully. You can spend wonderful moments with friends, but you can also work towards realizing the dream when it comes to your work. So 1st of February, you're kind of multi-talented here. The moon enters Scorpio at 9:37 in the evening. So the intuitive, creative, healing side of things becomes even stronger. And the Scorpio moon then squares Pluto in Aquarius. So strong feelings around things that occur to you on an intellectual level, or strong feelings around things that you're being told, or information that you discover, that you come across. So with all of that, working as a team still pays off. Let's see, where am I? I think I've skipped days. No, Thursday the 1st of February. Yes, excuse me. The moon goes into Scorpio. The Scorpio moon then squares Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah, so the theme of connecting with other people, if it's work related or on a personal level, that may still reveal something new and unexpected. But also on Thursday, you may be exposed to some extra information which will cause a strong emotional response in you. So if it's an issue, make sure you listen to your immediate gut reaction. It will present you the solution straight away. But if it's something positive that makes you want to celebrate, it's a strong emotional reaction in terms of hooray, then there's not much you need to do about it other than just accept that. Yeah, so either accept that and scan it. Is there anything I need to do with this? Or if there is something that makes you, is jarring or makes you jolt a little bit, then immediately apply yourself to it and say, how can I resolve this issue and deal with it in the now rather than putting it off? And most specifically, how can I listen to my own gut reaction, which is likely to be right, instead of listening now to all the other people who are coming up with solutions? I think on Thursday, it's really important that you listen to that first immediate reaction that you get and then implement that. That's the answer. On Friday, the 2nd of February, we've got the Scorpio moon opposing Jupiter in Taurus. So strong feelings around things you want to do and take charge of. It squares the sun in Aquarius, it trines Saturn in Pisces, and it sextiles Venus in Capricorn, and then it quincunxes Chiron in Aries. So this is interesting because it's a blend of two. You still have a strong emotional connection with other people, and things can be revealed from that. But now you can work independently as well, and you can implement your own ideas in a practical way. So it's kind of going back to Monday, what that felt like. I'm organized, I'm structured, I can plan everything. On Friday the 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn then also sextiles Neptune in Pisces. So it's more about you. I want to work on realizing my hopes and dreams rather than being focused completely on other people and what they're going through. So I do think Friday is kind of similar to Monday in the sense that working with ideas and how you can add form and structure to your ideas, that really pays off. It's a wonderful opportunity to plan and to take practical actions to get you where you want to be. So Monday and Friday are really the can-do kind of life-changingly positive days in the sense that you can work through things and then really get to a completely different place in your life. So I'm making that sound really big because I feel it is. There's the opportunity to get things done on Monday and Friday, which can have a life-changing effect on your everyday experience and ultimately a lighter experience. Okay, so we're moving into like the romance section here at the weekend. Saturday, the 3rd of February, we've got the Scorpio moon opposing Uranus and Taurus, which creates a nice opportunity for something unexpected to appear, or someone unexpected to appear. It trines Neptune and Pisces, which really in this case represents the dream. So the dream can kind of appear out of the ether. It's like a mirage, but it's real. It sextiles Mars in Capricorn, so a strong physical kind of focus despite all of this. So it's almost like an inner meaning-making machine that, wow, something fabulous is happening, but I'm pinching myself, this is real. And Mercury in Capricorn. So I think Saturday, the 3rd of February is really one of the most romantic days that we've had in 2024, because you're going about, you've come out of this office worker mode Monday to Friday. You may have a little bit more time on Saturday, but you're grounded, you're wide awake, you're seeing everything clearly, and something really positive may come in. So if that does happen, believe that there is a wonderful connection here, or just enjoy the moment. So on Saturday, you'll notice that it's very easy for you to tap into what you're truly feeling about a situation, and that also there's a sense of magnetism that exists between you and other people, and even things or activities that you're very drawn to. They may have this almost hypnotic effect on you, pulling you in, and I would say trust that feeling, because it'll lead you somewhere good. So Saturday is a great day for new love to come in. But also, if you felt a lack of direction lately, as in, I don't know what I'm interested in, or I don't know whether to pick option A, B, or C, Saturday, the 3rd of February, you'll find it really easy to kind of commit to saying things like, this is the one thing that's most important to me right now, so that's what I'm going to pursue. On Sunday, the 4th of February, we've got the moon going into Sagittarius at 7:28 in the morning. So that adds fire now into the chart, and there's a greater sense of optimism. It's still a great day for love and romance, but there's a greater desire to kind of experience things anew, to go on an adventure, to step outside of your comfort zone, to even at times take a risk, or to be a little excessive and just to do things that are thrilling. The Sagittarius moon then squares Saturn in Pisces, so there's a sense of there's a wonderful opportunity here for me to make a memory for life. The whole week it's simple and straightforward, but there are these big kind of windows where the stakes seem really high. And on Sunday here, it's like I want to do something new that I'll remember for years to come. It sextiles Pluto in Aquarius and quincunxes Jupiter in Taurus. So the good news is that if you give in to this notion of I want to do something completely unfamiliar and new and have a new experience, it's likely to lead to something good. So what I was saying earlier in the week is that through your relationship, something wonderful appears. Here on Sunday, it's through listening to this desire to do something new that something again is revealed. So there are lots of treasure chests waiting around this week, just waiting for you to stumble upon them and to open them and to enjoy the wealth. But really, so I would say about this week is expect to be surprised in a positive way, whether it's good news at work or a new person comes into your life. There's this sense of a new season has approached and something positive is being handed to you. Also on Sunday the 4th, we have Mercury, the communication planet, going into Aquarius. So more focused on connection with other people, science, innovation, studying things that are interesting to you. So you're kind of coming out of the fog and you're magnetically being drawn towards things that you like already. Trust that and see where it leads you. It's the start of something new. So on Sunday, we do still have this very romantic atmosphere and energy kind of floating around in the ethers. But on Sunday, it's not about honing in on what you're drawn to. It's coupled with a sense of adventure, and I want to go out and explore. So concrete ideas may appear while you're having fun. So try and take Sunday off work and make the day all about you if you can. Okay, so that's what I get for you in the week. Let's have a look at each sign of the zodiac. So Aries, make progress in your career or what you're working towards if you're retired or a student, and expand your income or your influence. Taurus, this week you're supported in the areas of work, travel, and increasing your sense of security in whatever area of life you're currently most active in. So how can you make something more solid? So for instance, that's a boyfriend and girlfriend who get engaged and it's a more structured relationship. Gemini, you're really in luck this week if you need to win someone over or if you need to explain an idea. If you need to use communication to kind of get the point across, you'll do really well with that. You find your words very easily this week. Cancer, look at your professional relationships and look at how you can use your network to realize your goals. and look close to home. You don't need to cast the net very widely. Leo, celebrate if you're Leo in the middle of some sort of transition. You're supported in the areas of making changes happen. So whether it's changing your job or your home or your living situation, if you're doing any of those this week, if you're in a transition period in any area of your life, expect the changes to go well and to go smoothly. That's really what you're being supported with this week, Leo. Virgo, make sure that you recognize the things that are going well for you in your life at the present moment. So tap into an attitude of gratitude and look at the things which really do well for you. And then add to that by treating yourself to something that you love as kind of a personal thank you and as a pat on the back and as a well done. It's kind of reward time for you, Virgo, because you have had a sense of optimism and you've worked really hard towards bringing more positive things into your life. So now it's time to celebrate you this week, I feel. Libra, you feel really certain at the moment and you feel incredibly supported by those around you in your life. So that feeling gives you a sense that you can accomplish anything, even if it seems difficult. So Libra, this is really your week, especially if you want to start a company or you want to present an idea or you want to do anything that under normal circumstances would seem challenging. Scorpio, if anything needs to be formalized, citizenship application, engagement, wedding plans, partnership that will turn into a business, do the paperwork from Monday through to Friday. You'll have the patience and the presence of mind for it. And also you then really get to enjoy the good connections you have with people over the weekend, but really try and structure your week in that way. Paperwork, fun time. Sagittarius, if you can combine your work that you do with anything public, either via the media or social media this week, please do that. It will lead to a lot of eyes on you and what you're doing. It will create a lot of interest in you. And that then leads to growth in whatever it is you're working on. So if there's an opportunity to open things up, like if you're at the museum and you're filming something and there happens to be a film crew there doing an interview, just pay attention to those kind of things. And Capricorn, for you as well, it's important to pay attention first and foremost. Pay attention to any ideas that you get around your belongings or your income. It's likely to be a brilliant and potentially life-changing idea that occurs to you this week. Aquarius, you can finally get a sense of calm and patience. You can take a breath. This week looks very straightforward and uncomplicated for you, giving you a chance to breathe and to really get things off your plate, and also to celebrate your relationships, those around you, and to have a particularly nice weekend. Pisces, listen and watch out for messages from the universe. You particularly are going to be susceptible to this sense of magnetism and being magically drawn towards something. And what will happen for you, Pisces, is that you're going to be pulled towards things that either represent your innermost desires or they're the first step towards realizing your innermost desires. So really pay attention to what am I hovering towards naturally for no rhyme or reason. It's likely to really pay off. Okay guys, so that's what I got for you this week. I hope it gives you an idea of what you'll be working with at the end of January here and the first 4 days of February. I hope you have a great week. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I draw up your birth chart, and for that I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where I actually work out your time of birth. You send me 10 or more life events and I can manually discover your time of birth. And that's really helpful because the chart changes every 4 minutes. And the more accurate the time of birth, the more accurate your chart. So once I have that, then I can really analyze your chart and see a lot about your life purpose, ideal work, relationships, income, what's coming up in future, locations that are really going to work nicely for you. So if you have any questions and you would like me to look at it, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Check out some of my other videos. I do videos on the new moons and the full moons. We recently had a full moon on last week. I think it was on the 25th. I've made a separate video on that. Check that out for more details. And also, we had Pluto, the planet of transformation and change. That's gone into Aquarius, and it's going to stay in Aquarius pretty much for 20 years now. So it's the beginning of a whole new era. I made a separate video on that. So if you'd like more information, please check that out as well. I do a daily tarot reading on my channel. If you'd like to watch that, please become a member of my channel. That would be amazing. I've done that for years and I love doing the daily tarot reading, so I still do that in case you haven't seen it in a while. I hope you have a wonderful week and I'll speak to you soon. All the best. Take care.